Daenerys Targaryen. Today I get to show you how to make this extravagant, armored, dragon-inspired Daenerys Targaryen doll cake. I love Daenerys, I love Game of Thrones, so let's get started. Now this cake starts off like all of my other doll cakes. I baked 2 box cakes in my doll cake pan. Then I leveled them out to 3 equal layers and added icing in between each layer when I stacked them. Now, if you don't know who Daenerys Targaryen is, then you're not watching Game of Thrones, and that is not acceptable. It's a great show, and there are dragons in it, and now they're humongous. Do I need to say any more? Daenerys is the mother of dragons, and she's raised 3 of them. And because they're so powerful, she was able to conquer so much everything. Now after I finished stacking my cakes, I gave them 2 coats of buttercream and just smoothened it out with my offset spatula. I placed this into the fridge for about 30 minutes, and while it was in the fridge chilling, I was watching Game of Thrones. Season 7, Episode 4, that dragon battle sequence. Oh, it's like movie quality. After my cake had stiffened up, I took a paring knife and I just created a hole in the middle of my cake, large enough to fit my doll's waist in. I draped a large white piece of fondant over my entire cake, and it's 14 inches in diameter. I'm just going to enhance all of the folds that fall at the bottom of my cake so I can give this dress more volume. Then I took my doll, placed her into the middle, and then wrapped her with some more fondant. Now I took a very large piece of blue-green fondant and I wrapped it around the left side of my doll cake. I tried to mimic the color that Daenerys wears a lot in the series. It's kind of like this. It is like this. It's like lighter this. I just used my fingers to give this piece of fondant some folds and then some sculpting tools to add texture. I'm gonna cover the right side of this dress with dragon scales, and I wanted to make sure that there was some texture even underneath the scales. So I'm using my fondant roller and just adding some indentations at a 45-degree angle. Now let's create some dragon scales. Now I rolled out some white fondant, and then using a teardrop cookie cutter, I cut out some shapes. I placed my white fondant into this impression mold that I bought, pushed down, and voila, a pretty awesome looking dragon scale. I love the texture, and the more that I think about it, if you're making like one of those mermaid like fin cakes, you know, this would look so classy on that cake. After you do one scale, you want to repeat that process like 100 million times. No, more like 25, 35 times maybe. You want enough to fill the entire right side. Now I'm just going to take each scale and place it on the dress at a 45-degree angle. And I started at the bottom and just overlapped each dragon scale as I worked my way to the top. It looks so fancy. Just wait though, because it's gonna get fancier. To create Daenerys' top, I wrapped a rectangle of blue-green fondant around her arms to give her sleeves. Then I wrapped her waist and her bust line with 2 pieces of fondant. I did this in 2 pieces because I wanted you to be able to see the seam that goes down the middle of the top. And then Daenerys usually has like pointed shoulders, so I cut out 2 triangles, gave them a little bit of texture with my paring knife, and then placed them on to look like shoulder pads. I just glued them on with a little bit of vodka or water, whichever one you want. Now I didn't even cover the back side of the dress because I knew that there was going to be a cape, so no one's going to see the back anyways, so don't worry about it. I rolled out some mustard gold fondant and I just cut it into a very long triangle shape. Now I cut my triangle into different sections, and I'm going to overlap these sections when I place them on the dress, so to enhance that effect, I just tapered a little bit of the sides for each panel. Now I gave this a little bit of detail by adding a border. I didn't want to add too much detail because I didn't want it to distract from the dragon scales that we have on the right side. I painted each panel of fondant with a little bit of vodka and then dry brushed on some gold luster dust. I always find that the luster dust sticks better if I do it this way. Now I overlapped each panel of fondant starting at the bottom of the dress, and I just worked along the divide between the white and the blue fondant. And then I gave her like this armored shoulder pad on her right side. Yo, she means business, you guys. And I wanted to give my blue some detail, so I added a large border all the way around the cake and then a smaller border on top of that. I wanted this to look like something you would wear in the winter, and I wanted to give it some like detail to make it look like it was really thick and warm. So I took some light blue buttercream and just piped it along the seams of the top of the gown. And then I took more of that darker blue and piped a border on the shoulder pads. To the back of the dress, I added a long trapezoid and gave her a cape. Then I added some more detail to my dragon scales. I took some vodka and a little bit of luster dust and I just painted the tips of each of my dragon scales. Just worked my way all the way around the dress, and yo, gosh, this looks so good. It looks so good. Once I finished painting, my doll cake was complete. It's so fancy, it's so military, I love it. This dress is for like when you have to go to a ball at 8, but also you gotta be on the battlefield at 9:30. I love the dragon scales on the side, and I love the design of the top because it does look like something Daenerys would wear in the show. And make sure you hit that notification button so you can see everything that is posted on Genius Kitchen, as well as all of the videos I'll be posting on this channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love you. I will see you very soon. Peace.